Imagine a city frozen in time. The bustling marketplace silenced, the vibrant chatter of merchants and buyers suddenly stilled, the laughter of children playing in the streets extinguished, their joyful cries replaced by an eerie silence, the everyday lives of its inhabitants abruptly halted, their routines and rituals forever paused. This is Pompeii, a Roman city frozen in time by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. The city, once full of life, now stands as a testament to nature's unpredictable fury. Pompeii wasn't Rome, not by a long shot. It was a place where the grandeur of Roman architecture met the simplicity of everyday life. It was a bustling port town, a mix of the grand and the ordinary, just like many in the Roman world. Ships from distant lands docked here, bringing goods and stories from afar. Situated in the shadow of the seemingly dormant Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii was a vibrant hub of trade and commerce. The mountain, a silent guardian, watched over the city, giving no hint of the disaster to come. Its residents went about their daily lives, unaware of the fiery fate that awaited them. They lived, loved and worked, oblivious to the ticking clock of doom. They bargained in the marketplace, worshipped their gods and celebrated their festivals with fervour and enjoyed the simple pleasures of life. The amphitheatres echoed with cheers, the baths were filled with laughter, and the gardens bloomed with life. Little did they know that their city, their lives and their stories would be preserved for millennia under a blanket of volcanic ash. This ash, while destructive, became a time capsule, capturing a moment in history for future generations to uncover and learn from. The streets of Pompeii were a symphony of sights, sounds and smells, a bustling hub of activity that never seemed to rest. Imagine walking those streets, the clatter of carts on cobblestones, the shouts of vendors hawking their wares, the aroma of freshly baked bread wafting from the bakery. The air was filled with the chatter of people, the occasional laughter, and the distant sounds of craftsmen at work. Life in Pompeii was a mix of luxury and practicality, where the opulent and the ordinary coexisted side by side. The wealthy resided in grand villas adorned with intricate mosaics and frescoes, boasting private baths and gardens. These homes were a testament to their status and wealth, showcasing their ability to afford the finest things in life. The less affluent lived in more modest dwellings, workshops often attached to their homes. These homes were practical, serving both as living spaces and places of work, reflecting the industrious spirit of the Pompeian people. Food played a central role in Pompeian life, with markets brimming with a variety of goods. The Forum, the heart of the city, bustled with activity as shoppers selected fresh produce, fish from the nearby Bay of Naples, and spices from far-off lands. It was a place where the community gathered, exchanged news and conducted business. Evenings were a time for entertainment, a chance for the people to unwind and enjoy themselves. The grand amphitheatre hosted gladiatorial contests and theatrical performances, while smaller venues offered music and poetry recitals. These events were a highlight of Pompeian social life, drawing crowds from all walks of life. Life in Pompeii, for all its social strata, was vibrant, alive, and utterly Roman. It was a city that thrived on its diversity, its energy, and its rich cultural tapestry, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate us today. In the year 62 AD, Pompeii was struck by a powerful earthquake. Buildings crumbled, walls cracked, and fear gripped the hearts of the people. It was a stark reminder of the power of nature, a power they had perhaps underestimated. Reconstruction efforts began almost immediately, a testament to the resilience of the Pompeian spirit. Yet they lived in the shadow of Mount Vesuvius, its slopes cloaked in vineyards and forests, its peak a deceptively peaceful presence overlooking their lives. Little did they know that Vesuvius, dormant for centuries, was awakening from its slumber. Deep within its fiery belly, pressure was building, preparing to unleash a cataclysm that would forever etch Pompeii into the annals of history. The morning of August 24th, 79 AD, dawned like any other in Pompeii. The city was bustling with life, its residents going about their daily routines, unaware of the impending disaster. The sun rose, casting its golden glow on the city, illuminating the ancient streets and buildings with a warm, inviting light. Yet by midday, the sky began to darken. What started as a few ominous clouds soon turned into a foreboding blanket of darkness. A plume of smoke billowed from the summit of Vesuvius, rising like a monstrous dark umbrella into the clear summer sky. The once serene atmosphere was now filled with dread. Panic surged through the city as ash and pumice began to rain down, blanketing the streets and rooftops in a thick grey layer. The air was filled with cries of fear and confusion. The air grew thick with the smell of sulphur, and a terrifying rumble shook the ground beneath their feet. The earth itself seemed to be rebelling against the people of Pompeii. Some fled, seeking refuge in the surrounding countryside, hoping to escape the wrath of the volcano. Others, paralyzed by fear or determined to protect their belongings, remained. They clung to their homes, praying for a miracle. They huddled in their homes, hoping against hope that the worst would pass. Families gathered together, holding each other tightly as the world around them seemed to crumble. But the worst was yet to come. The eruption intensified, and the sky grew even darker, signaling that the true horror was only beginning. As the day wore on, the eruption intensified. Fiery pyroclastic flows, a deadly mix of hot ash and gas, surged down the slopes of Vesuvius, engulfing everything in their path. Pompeii, just 5 miles from the volcano's base, stood no chance. Buildings collapsed under the weight of falling debris and the sheer force of the eruption. Those who had not escaped met a swift and merciless end, their final moments preserved for eternity in the hardened ash. By the time the eruption subsided 2 days later, Pompeii was buried under a thick carpet of ash and pumice, its once grand buildings reduced to rubble. The city and its inhabitants were lost to the world, entombed in a silent volcanic grave. For centuries Pompeii lay forgotten, buried under the weight of time and volcanic debris. Then, in 1748, a farmer digging a well stumbled upon the remains of the lost city. What began as a chance discovery soon turned into a major archaeological excavation. As the layers of ash and pumice were carefully removed, a lost world began to emerge, frozen in time. There were streets paved with stone, houses with their roofs still intact, and shops with jars still lining the shelves. Most poignantly, there were the casts of the Pompeians themselves, their final moments preserved in the hardened ash. The discovery of Pompeii was a revelation, offering an unprecedented glimpse into the daily life of a Roman city. From the grand villas of the wealthy to the humble dwellings of the poor, Pompeii provided a snapshot of Roman society in the 1st century AD. The preserved frescoes and mosaics offered insights into Roman art and decoration, depicting scenes from mythology, daily life, and even erotic encounters. Graffiti etched on walls revealed the hopes, fears, and even the humour of the Pompeian people. We can walk into their homes, see their kitchens, their baths, their bedrooms. We can imagine them going about their daily lives, baking bread, weaving cloth, relaxing in the baths and sharing meals with their families. Pompeii stands today as a stark reminder of the immense power of nature and the inherent fragility of human life. It is a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of the Roman people, a civilization that left an indelible mark on the world and history. But it is also a warning, a reminder that even in the midst of our busy modern lives, we are not immune to the overwhelming forces of nature. Pompeii, frozen in time, serves as a bridge between the ancient and the modern world, a place where we can connect with the past, learn from it, and marvel at the enduring power of human civilization and its achievements.